going, and when I was 17, like Edwin, I'm from a really small town in Sweden called Bengtsfors. Have anyone been in Bengtsfors? Yeah. Wow, half of you! I'm so surprised. But anyways, the Bengtsfors is really small, and I was studying in a very small town close by Bengtsfors. And I heard this guy, you remember, I talked to you earlier about Sherakins, and then there's Tommy Emmanuel, who plays this style today and really spreading this all over the world. I think Rudy knows Tommy as well, and also Stan of course. And the cool thing with Tommy is that he's actually he's playing, spreading the world of fingerstyle. Nowadays you would maybe not expect going to a music school and hear someone play like a Sherakins song, but they do, many do, because I have to say, Tommy is actually spreading it, so everyone actually goes back in time and listens to the music that he listens to, and then they just rediscover people like Sherakins and Merle Travis and Jerry Reed. So, and for me it was, of course, Tommy was my biggest idol. When I was 17, I discovered him. No one in my town discovered Tommy yet. So I figured out I'm gonna have a school project, because we had a possibility to make some school projects, and I decided to make a school project called the Emmanuel Project. And it was a concert at the end of the semester. I'm gonna play this a few of Tommy's tunes. And my father looked at the internet and discovered that Tommy played in London. He never played in Sweden back then, but he saw that Tommy played in Windsor Art Centre in London. And my father and my mom has always been supportive of me in terms of music. So my dad said, okay, let's take your weekly money that you get a little bit every week, and I'll buy a ticket for me, and we go to London to see the concert. You call, and you can contact the promoter or the manager for Tommy and see if you can meet him. And I thought, yes, I can do an interview with Tommy. So 17 years old, we come to London, we go to the concert, and I'm so scared because I don't know how Tommy is. He can be a mean guy, angry. I don't know. So I was waiting outside, and I realized I should have had a lot of questions. I didn't write any questions down, and I was supposed to have an interview. The manager had emailed me saying, yeah, I think we can make it happen. Stop by at 5. And so I come there, I scratched down some questions real quick, and I was shaking almost, And this guy comes out, and he just walks towards me and my dad, and he was so kind and so nice to me that I feel comfortable right away like that. And he said, come here, come to the green room. And my dad was filming this interview, Well, it was 2005, so it may be like this. And anyways, yeah, so he was sitting next to me, my dad filmed the interview, and I asked him all these questions. Like, for instance, my first question was, have you ever been taking guitar lessons? That's how I sounded, that's why it's not on YouTube, this interview. But it's actually recorded, I have it on my laptop. But there was a few questions I asked, I remember, that was serious questions for me, because I was a little bit nervous back then. I was playing guitar, but I had problems with being nervous on stage. You probably can relate, because many of you probably have played music on stage and get a little bit nervous. And I remember I asked Tommy, so have you ever been nervous? And he said, no, I never get nerves. And I feel sorry for people who get nerves, because it takes away their skills. And you can imagine for a 17-year-old who's nervous, and to hear that, maybe I'm not going to be a guitar player. But he said that he is actually the only professional musician that I've talked to that answered like that. And I think he's been playing professionally since the age of 5.
Yes.
300 concerts a year. maybe it's not that common that people are not nervous. So I talked to other musicians over the years, and I realized, well, people are very nervous sometimes, even though they're playing big concerts. So I figured, well, I'm gonna do it a lot, and then I'm gonna be comfortable, and that's what I did. But it was a great meeting. Tommy was so kind, and I went into sound check, and it knocked me, you know. So I started practicing a lot. Let's play something Tommy-ish. All right. Here we go.